And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys. I hope you're all well. Welcome to British Stand. As I introduced myself the other night, I'm your host Dan, and I'm basically going to be taking you through sort of live format here on the channel. Of course, the guys do an excellent job with the videos, getting the footage out there to you, but as stated, they do want to try a different approach with the live streams, and the last few live streams have been very successful. So if you are enjoying them, please do hit the like button and let us know down in the comments, and we can do this daily or multiple times a day, depending on what news is out there. Just a quick disclaimer, I'm using my MacBook for this live stream, so sorry if the audio is a bit poor. I haven't got my mic set up. One of my other laptops is broken. I need to get that fixed. So yeah, apologies if it does sound a bit crackly. The camera quality isn't as good, but we'll make sure that we sort that for future live streams. But guys, as always, you are the community, so do get involved in the live chat below. If you've got any questions, you want to spark some conversation, that would be absolutely excellent as well. You can read there in the title what we're going to be discussing in today's live stream, and that's of course that the mainstream media bias in reporting the British Patriot protest in London. Yes, absolutely disgraceful reporting from the mainstream media, but are you really surprised on how they do go about their business and how they did report the actual march itself? Look, yesterday I would say I personally wasn't there, but there's a lot of people I've spoke to, individuals that of course have been on the ground, people close to British Stand as a channel were there, and from everybody that I've spoken to, it was a very peaceful and well organized display from the British Patriots. Again, not just Caucasian as the mainstream media would lead you to believe. There was multiple different races, multiple different religions, all there in harmony fighting for the same thing. And to be fair, the mainstream media had to not get involved because it was such a big spectacle in London. Now, of course, they have their way. This, of course, in July, as I think Tommy Robinson's film was there. We've seen Tommy Robinson's film actually there within London at the display, and it was the way that they reported in the summer was, the term far-right thugs. This was the term that was branded to each and every one of you guys who are watching this channel. Anyone that goes to a protest, you're branded a far-right thug, according to the mainstream media. Now, again, they probably didn't want to report on any of this, but as stated, tens of thousands turned up, and to be fair, I don't think there is an official number, but it was crazy. From guys on the ground, it was said that it was a bigger rally than the one in the summer back in July. So yeah, a lot of people turned up, which was also very good to see. And as stated, the mainstream media could not get involved. But that doesn't mean that their reporting isn't not biased. Now, let's have a little look at some of the articles. Sorry for anything here. This is my first time doing this screen share. As you can see, it's a microwave. Do me 2 seconds. Right, let's see if this works. Sorry, I'm doing this in real time. I will get better with time. Okay. Let's have a little look at this then, shall we? As it popped up, I'm just making sure that the live stream's okay, guys. If you can see my screen, that would be absolutely amazing. Okay, so I put into Google simply London protests today, obviously meaning yesterday. And to be fair, at the start, there was pretty much a media silence, really, from the mainstream media. However, the usual sort of suspects have, of course, started to write certain stories. But what it is, do you know what? Until I went online this morning, all I've heard is good from everybody that was attending the display yesterday. But what I'm starting to see here is you can see from all of the mainstream media, arrests made at Tommy Robinson March in London after thousands attend. It was tens of thousands, firstly. And as you can see there in the first bit straight away, far-right activists showing that. Guys, am I showing my screen here? I'm not too sure what's going on. Actually, I don't think it is. 2 secs. You're just starting to see absolutely nothing. Just give me a second. I am incredibly sorry. Let me try and sort this out again. Screen capture. Okay. Let's see if this works a little bit better. Sorry. It must have got a bit laggy. There we go. 2 seconds. Sorry, it is technical difficulties, guys. As the live streams go on, we'll get a lot better at this. Sorry, I was rambling on about stuff. You had no idea what I was going on about. But hopefully that's okay now. Let's have a look back on here. So as I was saying, I just typed in simply into London, into Google, London protests today. And as you can see, you get all of the articles from the usual people. And as stated, all the usual publications. And most of the time, all of them didn't really want to get involved with this, but of course were forced to do so. So as you can see here, it was nothing about how successful and how peaceful of a parade it was. For the mainstream media, it's all about arrests. Have you heard of any arrests? I never heard of one single arrest or any disorder. And to be fair, if there was arrests made, it was on the other side with the far left counter-protesters that I've seen. But as you can see here for the Metro, first and foremost, we can see arrests made at Tommy Robinson March in London after thousands attend. As I stated before, my screen wasn't recording the thing. It was actually tens of thousands, so Metro got it wrong. And then as you can see there, right at the bottom, far-right activist Tommy Robinson will miss his own protest at Westminster after he was charged with a terror offence on Friday. Moving down to the Times, they say that Tommy Robinson March, 4 arrested as far-right rally in London. Again, using those buzzwords that the Star machine, the mainstream media machine, like to use constantly to put people down. Here, Daily Mail again, Met make their first demo arrest. Tommy Robinson supporters and stand up to racism counter demonstrators are snatched. What's the final part on that one? But police have been drafted in from across the country to keep order today, with 3 demonstrations marching through the city, as stated. Tommy Robinson, another key word. Again, another one here from the London Evening Standard. Police vow robust action as Tommy Robinson march and counter-press meet in London. As it handed, Tommy Robinson supporters hold London rally as police deployed to keep the peace. And as you can see, supporters of far-right British figure rally as anti-racism demonstrators mount counter-protest. So as you can see, none of it it's all about how many arrests were made and dubbing this parade as far-right, trying to alienate absolutely everyone that was trying to attend it. But that's what the mainstream media has said. And to be fair, for the mainstream media, that's not actually a lot. So that's the first page. And if you go on to the second page, again, there's nothing really there. The National, again, 4 arrests made at Tommy Robinson March in London. Obviously, that's just about Tommy Robinson and himself. Map show where Tommy Robinson March and protest will happen in London today. Okay, that's a fair one. But apart from that, absolutely nothing. So no silent, nothing celebrating the success of the parade, which in my opinion is absolutely disgusting. Again, this was a parade that was very successful, and to be fair, probably one of the more safest ones that I've seen in a very, very long time. I thought it was very well ran, and I think everyone was on their best behaviour. Again, just to clarify, I wasn't on the ground, but hearing from sources, hearing from people that were on the ground, it was a very successful demonstration. And the mainstream media, again, just trying to find that sort of bias and trying to alienate every single individual at British Patriot that attended the display. So, yeah, super frustrating when that sort of stuff happens, because they're not going to celebrate all the good stuff. What they wanted, same with the police, I think, wanted was there to be action. They wanted the headlines. They wanted to be able to dub this as a a bunch of football hooligans that destroyed the city and caused chaos. But they didn't get the headlines they wanted, and then of course were forced to scupper around and look for 4 arrests that supposedly had happened. Again, I think those 4 arrests actually came from the far left protests. So it is certainly interesting how the mainstream media bias is in reporting these kind of things, but it's nothing new. It is nothing new, as Penny says. It's always the same way. But again, sometimes you have something to maybe report on, but actually for this instance, there literally was nothing bad to, but they should be celebrating it, and I'm looking forward to seeing some more reaction coming forward. But yeah, that's kind of all we've got, guys, for this sort of live stream segment. Something a little bit different. Sorry for some of the technical difficulties throughout. We are just getting started here on British Stand with regards to these live streams. So if you are enjoying it, please do all hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We're closing in on 100,000 subscribers, which is really surreal. The guys started on 9th of August. This This channel started on the 9th of August, and the guys are already closing on 100,000 subscribers, and I believe that's their goal before the 9th of November, before the 3-month mark, which is absolutely extraordinary. But guys, thank you for tuning in this morning. I know your time is precious. I won't keep you along for too long, but do get involved into the comments. Let me know if you attended, if you seen how you experienced it. Did you think the display was a success? And we might do some more live streams later on today if there is some more breaking news. Thank you guys.